Yesterday, Valery started to do the fiberglass with some help because it is quite a job to do, and when you are not used to do it, it can be complicated. So the first step to do the fiberglass is to lay down the keel so we can work on the starboard side and on the bottom side. And then we are continuing the work by ourselves, hoping and praying to not make any mistake because if we do, it will be hard to grind all the work that we've done to just start over, and we don't want to do that.
So we started with the front and back edges. First, we take the measures of the zone to be treated. We draw the shape on a fiber sheet and then we cut. Several layers will be required for strength, so we do as many as it takes. Actually, for this part, we have done 3 layers and took care of cutting each piece a little bit larger than the previous one to make sure they stick well together on the keel. The trick of this step was to work against gravity, as the fiberglass weight tends to fall down. We are using a bicomponent vinyl ester resin, which was easy to work with, and then we roll the bubbles away.
There's a lot of different kinds of fiberglass, but for our keel we are using 2 kinds of fabrics. For the corners, this one is more suitable because it allows to make perfect 90 degrees angles.
After having the keel flipped over and finished with the edges, we can start on the second side. So we do the same steps than previously for the edges, using another kind of fabric more suitable for bigger areas, like this one. The bubble removing part is always sticky and tricky. When the first layer was done and dry, we kept going on with the second layer of fiberglass to get the strength that we need there.
So we're done with the 2 first layers of the fiberglass, and hopefully we were able to cut them so we don't have too much waste. Only these 3 pieces, but we are going to keep them because, you know, in a fiberglass boat you never know when you're gonna need some fiberglass. So that's it for this second step. We finished to put the fiberglass on the second side and on the bottom of the keel. So which means we just have to wait until it is dry. Then we'll add the primer on the bottom of the keel before putting back the keel under the boat, which will be a major step.
That's right.
This morning the fiberglass on the keel was finally dry, so we could start the primer coat. We spent some time to figure out what compound we could put on the keel so the shape is perfect in the end. After gathering a lot of information about all the primer coat that we could put, we made our decision and tried the resin with a talc charge.
it's not possible to do this mix if you have a lot of wind. So today there is no wind, so it's perfect to mix. Yeah.
Today we are starting to put the second coat of the primer, but the wind did play with us. Anyway, so small wind, probably 15 to 20 knots, which is not that much, but to prepare the primer coat it's not very easy because we put some talc powder, and with the wind it's kind of funny. Winter days. The time that we've got every day to work is very tight. Only a couple of hours before or after it's too wet or too cold to be able to work on the keel. But we've gone not that bad so far, as every day we have sun, and except for today, but not too much wind. So we can do a little bit of something every day on the keel, and hopefully we will be able to put back the keel under the boat very soon.
Between each coat of primer, we sand all the area. The aim is to get the most perfect shape on every side.
At the same time that we work on the keel, we worked a lot on the rudder too.
As we drop them at the same time, and we'll also put them back up all together, there is some fixing to do on it. Way before we got ORIYO, the rudder has been hurt and old repairs were done. But it still needed a good mend, some epoxy work and a new set of protection coats. So here we are using a bi-component epoxy primer to reshape and strengthen the rudder before applying a bonding primer paint for the anti-fouling.
The primer coat on the keel is finally over, so we got the keel back up, and now we are preparing the big step, which is putting back the keel under the boat. For that we have a couple of steps to follow, and they are very important because we need to be sure that all the bolts that are melted inside the keel will fit under the boat. They should be, but still we need to be 200% sure that it will fit, because we just have one shot when the crane is here to fit the keel under the boat.
The first thing we do is to make sure there are no residue from the lead pouring around the bolts. So we are checking all of them with one of their future nuts.
Then we will measure them to be sure that the height of the new bolts is not too big and not too small, so we have the perfect size to get the screw, the thickness of the bottom of the boat, and then the small chain plate. Okay, all done there, except for the first one, which is with a bigger size. Actually it's 24 centimeters. All the others are even between 10.2 and 10.3 centimeters. So it's a pretty good start.
One last thing we have to check on before getting the crane to attach the keel is to be sure that all of the bolts are perfectly straight. We use them to lay down and flip over the keel lately with all the covering works we've done. So we are wondering if they were bent during these steps. And to do this check, we are using the template we made in the first place on the old keel that we know for sure is aligned with the keel box under the hull. and we are simply looking if the bolts fit in each of the template holes. Up on the boat and down on the bilge, we are setting the chain plates that will balance the forces around the keel bolts. They have been cleaned, and now Valery is playing a puzzle to find which plate goes on which hole. So that's about everything that we prepared inside the boat to get ready. Okay, so today this is D-3 before putting back the keel and the rudder under the boat. It feels good. It feels that that part is almost over, and this feels very, very good. So far we are quite ready for that big step. A bit stressful, but yeah, I hope it's going to be okay. And we are using these 3 more days that we have to put the finishing touches to the keel and the rudder, and we want to be sure that we don't miss anything when the crane is here, any product, any tools, that we have everything that we need to do the maneuver and to make it right, and hopefully everything is going to be fine. Hey guys, today it is the D-Day, the big day, the important day, I don't know how to call it, but the day that we will put back the keel under the boat is finally here. And we're a bit mixed between being stressed and excited. We will keep you with us all day with this major and huge step.
Let's talk about the major part of the work, the French food. If you come in France, you know the French food is famous around the world. And we have especially the pain au chocolat. If you are in different countries, in different towns in France, this is not really a pain au chocolat. In Paris, this is a pain au chocolat. But if you go to Bordeaux, this is a chocolatine. If you go to La Rochelle, this is a chocolatine. Pain au chocolat. Repeat after me, pain au chocolat.
We also have croissant. Okay, to get ready under the boat, we clean, dry, release the rest of the grease. There was some still grease under the hull, and put some tape to avoid getting some thicker links everywhere along the keel when the boat will be pushing against the keel. Okay, H-1. The stress is definitely rising and very fast, but we have everything that we needed on the boat and under the boat. We are so ready and so not ready at the same time. Okay, this is very, very stressful.
A small lift came to pull up and adjust the alignment of the keel right in front of ORIYO, so the big lift could go straight. Then we are applying a Sika on all the upper face and carefully around every each bolt, as well as under the keel box.
Okay, so the crane is here, the travel lift exactly is here. The operation will be to lift up the boat, lift it right above the keel, and then fit all the bolts of the keel inside the holes in the bottom of the bilge. and then slowly take down the boat until every bolt is fitted in its place.
In the meantime, up in the boat, once the bolts were all fitted into their spots, the work for Valery started inside the bilge. There was some more sika to put there, and then place every chain plates around their bolts. Finally, he set the nuts and locked them tight with a huge ratchet. The boat was lifted up in the air and we had some friends around to help so nicely. We started to put back in place the rudder tube.
Alright, so we have a boat with its keel. This was such a stressful day, but finally ORIYO got back her keel, and it's just something. Now that the keel is finally attached under the boat, the work on it's not over yet. We still have to make the front and the back part of the keel. For that we will build something in wood, and we took all the measures this morning, and now we are on our way to buy everything that we need to build these last parts for the keel.
After gathering information about how to do these two major parts for the keel, we got the approval from the engineer who drew the keel in the first place. Then we started by making a template to get the perfect shape. From this template we tried a first option we had with 7 planks of thin wood to be cut, glued and grinded until the frame is good.
Now the cutting phase is done, we are heading to the gluing phase. The aim of the operation is to glue all together the 7 planks of wood, so we'll have the good thickness, and then we could shape into the good shape.
But after trying hard, the glue made bubbles and twisted the wood to the point where we couldn't grind or sand it to make it right. so we just had to throw it away.
This is not an easy work to do. We're not woodwork specialists, so we're trying, and we are trying again and again and again, but it is like boat work is. Sometimes you have to try again several times before getting exactly what you want. It's not easy at all to shape perfectly this part for the keel. So for now we made a second template so we can use it to shape into the wood, and so far Valery is still grinding and sanding so we can get the good shape, and it's a very long piece of work.
Starting all over again, we tried this time with only 2 but more solid planks of wood. We went through the same phases, taking measures, cutting, adjusting, gluing, this time with Sika, not the bubble glue, assembling and finally making it fit. Meanwhile, we got a wood batten that we fastened to the front end. This side was way easier to work on.
This morning we are taking back the work under the hull on the keel. The step for today is to shape the front part of the keel, just like we did yesterday for the back part. But for now, Valery is sanding and grinding a lot the front part of the keel to give it the right shape. For now we put some primer, and Valery did the first sanding on it, so we will wait until tomorrow that everything that we put on is dry. Then we'll put the fiberglass on and then a last primer coat before adding the painting. Heading to the several steps that we have to do to finish the keel, Valery just did the last grinding part on the top side of the keel and right under the boat. So now we can do the last fiberglass step, which is adding a thin layer of fiberglass between the bottom of the hull and the top part of the keel. There we have already a gasket that we put when we put back the keel on, but we are adding this last fiberglass layer so we get a waterproof part, and we don't want water to get into the bilge through this specific part of the top of the keel. So we are putting this last layer, and then we will finish to get the good shape with some primer coats. Finally, here we are today. We are putting the first coat of paint in the keel. This is such a satisfaction and an awesome feeling of we made it. Anyway, so we'll start this step by cleaning with some acetone the keel because of all the residue of dust from the sanding. And then let's go and paint. It's just like pancakes.
Are you ready? table.
Now the keel is all done, we focus on the last step for the rudder, which is still on the ground.
The first step is to adjust the rudder stack into the two rings inside the rudder tube. And at this moment, the rudder is perfectly aligned, and we have just to pull up the rudder in place. To lift up the rudder, we need a core jack right here, and a rope, a strong rope like a dynamo, Okay. I see that.
On the inside locker where the rudder tube will stand, we need to put back in place another couple of rings. One is in Teflon and the second is in stainless steel, through which we will lock the rudder in its upper position with the help of a big bolt.
Okay, so then we secured the bolt with one nut on each side and a little bit of locked it so we are sure that it doesn't unscrew by itself.
Thanks to all of you for watching another step of ORIYO getting renovated. We hope you enjoyed this time shared with us. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also give a quick tour on our Patreon page. See you next time for a greasy boat work. Bye bye!